Hello, hello, hello. King of Kratz, Joseph Steven, True Yellow Doubt, Jaburki, Sharkmouth. How we doing? What's going on? How we doing tonight? We're going to struggle again in ranked. We're going to give it a shot. The Joe Berkey turkey. Turn that down. Anybody still playing Magic, or are we all waiting for the bans in Avatar? We got bans in 2 weeks, Avatar in 3 weeks. I have a feeling that everyone is holding their breath. That's what I think. That's what I feel. The house that heaven built. Enters tapped. Enters lobby. Yeah, no, I like Mardu too. I don't get to play enough Mardu, really. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, good movie. Good movie. He's gonna Aegis. Is he gonna Aegis shield me? Charming Prince. Well, that's my question, isn't it? Is everyone just hoarding resources? Rock curse. No attacks. Hey, what's up, Akari the Soul Destroyer? That's a dramatic name right there. It's a real dramatic name. Joe Berkey Turkey. Or should I say Joe Borky Torky? He's going to Aegis me. No, he's not going to Aegis me. Starting tone. Let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, but I've been hoarding since... Oh, it's usually Arkari Soul. Forgot the YouTube's ad. Yeah, YouTube has been weird lately with that. Okay. Should we just do it? Let's try it. You know what? I was thinking about trying Alchemy tonight. I honestly thought about it. I thought about Alchemy, man. A mono black Alchemy. Maybe we'll do it, Sharkmouth. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. It's hard to say. Foundation Bell. What are you planning on saving up for there, True Yellow Dart? There's Aegis. The Joe Burkey Turkey. Wefstalker Ardent. What are you, you're going to go for Lorwyn, I assume? What are you going to spend your resources on? You said Avatar is not going to get you to spend resources. What are you going to be saving for? What are you going to spend it on? That's pretty good, Sharkmouth. I'm glad you were able to win a couple of games. Ugin, Eye of the Storm. We're going to quit. Hey, what's up, Cookies? Been a while since we've seen you. Boom. Builder's talent. Okay. Let's do this. The Joe Burkey Turkey. Hey, Buggerman, 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 Pit Automaton. So heavy defender. That's what we're going up against here. Heavy defender. Let's go for this. Let's go for this. Oh my goodness, is it because your new job you gotta go to bed at 9? Alright, we didn't draw mana there. Hopefully we'll draw one next turn. Wonderful. Let's see if we can't get him to... If we can't lure out some removal here, so he doesn't kill my Bone Cairn. He doesn't kill my Bone Broth Bone Cairn. Yeah, I suppose it isn't new anymore. Supposedly. Instant hold up. We have an instant hold up. There you go. Lemon meringue pie. Probably a sweeper next turn. Everybody pretty much does the turn 4 sweeper. It's kind of all but guaranteed at this point. But we'll see what happens. The turn 5 sweeper. Activate abilities. If he doesn't, he's in trouble. I'm going to hit him real hard if he doesn't hit me with a sweeper. Okay, return. Okay, Omni. There you go. He can play as much as he wants. So, Azorius just kind of does whatever it wants, basically. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming, True Yellow. Azorius does whatever it wants, basically. Basically. I might switch to alchemy. This is horrid. Holy macaroni, 61 months. Amazing, Snow. Amazing. We only run into Azorius anymore. Or white of some kind. Let's do this. Alright. Healer's Hawk. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Verge. It's got something he can do, I suppose. He can't cast spells on my turn, so I'm not sure what he is planning on doing here. I'm going to put down Stadium Headliner, then run in with Iomedanes, I think. Healer's Hawk 2. A. Hawk 2A. Boom. Pulled another mana there. Weft Walker. Weft Stalker. Let's put you down. Push. Boom, 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 boom. And mobilization. I do need an extra red here. Which would be perfect. Hey, what's up, Jabby? Pinnacle Star Cage, not bad. Gets rid of one of them. Doesn't do a lot. Yeah. Okay. Ops goes first. Not great. Let's do this. Stadium Headliner. Boom. Concealed Courtyard comes up next. You can taste strawberries. You really want something strawberry, huh? Don't you? Snow. Hey, what's up, Jappy? I'm playing a little bit of Mardu Mobilize. Let's get rid of that. Rotating out yeah, next year. not for a while, I shouldn't say. Next year. So I don't think you have too much to worry about. Boom. Sky Knight Squire. But yeah, I mean, that's the nature of a Magic, is that this will always happen. It'll always be fresh. No, not until like a year from now, I don't believe. And probably more. Probably longer than a year from now. Pull the land. That's not good. He can hit me for 6, 8. He can hit me for 11, which is not good. Cats again. Do I ever play ball? Hey, what's up, Jack Bum? Every now and again, not very frequently, but you know, every once in a blue moon I do. But yeah, not super often, I would say. Oh, well, look, another fucking land. Wonderful. Oh, look, another land. Wonderful. I love flooding. I love flooding so much, guys. Saddle. It's gonna go in and gain life. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't send it all. He should be doing a full send. Stalker Ardent. Yeah, Standard isn't... Brawl is fun. Standard is good, too. There's a lot of fun in Standard. You can get a little bit more consistency, which I enjoy, out of Standard. Brawl is very random. You know, with 100 cards, you're only ever going to see maybe 20 of them, right? Or maybe 25 if you're lucky. And that's, you know, it's kind of plays different each time. I feel like with 4 cards and 60 in Standard, you can get a pretty consistently performing deck. Which, you know, if you like that kind of thing, it's good. If you don't, then, you know, it's not good. So, but yeah, it does have a bit of a difference. Pioneer, oof. Too rich for my blood. Pioneer is too rich for my blood. Can't do it. Enters tapped. Pioneer, they will absolutely fucking clap the shit out of you if you don't know what you're doing. You need to have your shit fucking ready. You need to absolutely be high and tight. Boom. Do no attacks there. House the Hummer's hungry. Sheltered by goats. Pump. It's like the most used card ever, I think. Let's see how much protection he's got. Let's see here. Still no mana. There's Yuna. They're just going to reanimate that. Summon Fat Chocobo. Interesting. Stadium Headliner. Rock Curse Rakshasa, followed by Rock Curse Rakshasa. Hey, look, it's red mana. Boom, boom. Yeah. So this deck is too slow. Again, I'm building slower build decks, and they're just gonna get rolled over, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boo. Let's do an alchemy deck. Let's do an alchemy deck, huh? Why can I not change anything? Why are you not letting me change anything? Okay, now it seems to be normal. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, what's up, Kami? Him of the Faller. Let's put Cancer the Reframe. Timeline crawler. Void Caller devotee. Elegy Acolyte, maybe? Attach this to target creature you control. It's too inconsistent. That's my biggest problem with that one. Too inconsistent. Elegy Acolyte. Sephiroth. Haste. Whenever you cast a spell, it gains haste. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you get haste. How you doing, Wall Street? Welcome. The next card you cast gets haste. Sacrifice. Song of Point Prime, that's a good one. Warp. Caesarian Sussborn. Vill. Destroy. Exile. Relics the Accurses. I found them to be too expensive. We really didn't get a lot of... Well, they added this. They added Omenpaths. It's a reskin Spider-Man. So technically the Spider-Man stuff is there. It just isn't quite there, if that makes any sense. If that makes a lick of sense. There you go. Duskmourn's Claim. Yeah, all this is the new stuff. It's just under different names. That's why this is a Spider Symbiote hero. Do. You don't have a. It's not. It's on your phone. You can download it on the App Store. Jack Bum. I just don't think there's anything here that's gonna be worth a damn. Aside from Villainous Wrath. I think that maybe we could put to houses. Tragic Trajectory. Let's try this. Hey, nobody on Twitch, huh? What's up, Twitch? Y'all are quiet as hell over there. Alchemy rank. Let's try it, guys. Yikes, that's a fucking terrible hand. That's still fucking awful. I guess Villainous Wrath for now. Oh, so you're on an army base. That sucks. Caesarean Sussborn. Summon Fenrir. This is going to be, this is going to be, what is it going to be? Warp. Pop, pop. I used to... The game store I used to go to had a ton of army guys because we lived near an old base. I don't know if... Well, I don't know how near we were an old base. It was Florida. I think it just a lot of fucking vets ended up in our area for some reason. Interesting. Discard a card. Yes. We'll do this. He's either going to give me a robot or he's going to give me a card. I'm fine with either one. Boom. Pop. Give me that robot. There we go. Well, we don't have Villainous Wrath, so there's really not much we can do here. We hope we can draw it. Part of the reason I stay out of alchemy. We had some shit hands there. That'll work. That's a little better. That's a little bit more snappy. It's what we need to be able to do. Blue isn't a bad word. There's nothing wrong with blue. Blue used to be a proud and noble color until the darkness came. Before the dark times. Before the Empire. I used to love Dimir, man. Really. Honest to God, I mean, I used to love Dimir. Used to be my favorite color. Used to be my absolute favorite color of all time. Dead. Is it as the new Simic? I wouldn't go that far. Is it can't ramp as hard as Simic can. Is it can just get in your fucking way at every opportunity. Is it can just fucking get in your way until it gets what it wants. Yeah, man, you used to be able to run Blue Stompy back in the day, man. There used to be a lot of good, interesting things. Morphling, Peregrine Drake, Morphling. Trying to think of what else. Diplomatic Immunity was a fun one. Used to be a lot of good cards, man. They just kind of just, I don't know. Pulled another Ceph. Dominion Bracelet. Villainous Wrath. Yeah, got him. Hey, what's up, Vodak? How you doing? Xenos, number 14440. Interesting. All right. Another one. I'm gonna do this. Hey, what's up, Singir Le Baron Noir? How you doing, man? Eating soup, huh? That sounds pretty cool. He has a counterspell in his hand. Dimir Fairy should be fun. Yeah, that should be a decent time. I will say that Dimir Fairy sounds like it's going to be all right. Uh-oh, Joseph Stevens. Uh-oh. That sounds like you're onto some real bullshit, huh? You don't like nobody playing the game, huh? You said, if I see people playing the fucking game, I flip out. I want clear boards, clear minds. You know what I mean? I want empty boards, empty hearts, empty minds. Is that what I'm sensing, Joseph Stevens? Is that what you're looking for? Is that how you get your kicks? Because those are two heavy control colors. Hey, what's up, Chucky? Depressed Wampa. Oh, feeling you, bro. How you doing? Well, Rakdos is your man there. Rakdos will do that. Dude basically said, yeah, you know, I've been super into Azorius, Simic, you know, Teamer, Dimir, stuff like that. If you get what I'm putting down. You know what I got? You guys know what I mean? You guys get what I'm fucking saying. Let's do this. Well, thank you, man. I'm glad that you come to watch my magic. If you want to watch all the magic you can possibly handle, check out my YouTube channel. Hey, thank you for coming, Jabby. He's going to play a removal on that, I'm sure. Nice. Alright, we're going to do this. Boom. More removal, probably. Darkstar Banisher. So, let's do you. Let's do you. Let's push. Check it out now. Darkstar Banish right about now. Darkstar Banish. Takes 2 damage there. Okay. Caesarian Sussborn. Let's do this then. Let's push. I don't care if a bunch of stuff dies. As a matter of fact, I'd actually prefer if a bunch of shit fucking came out of the board. Perfect. Next turn I can Villainous Wrath him. Listen, back in the day, before Blue got corrupted, Blue used to be a go-to, man. You used to be able to run Azorius Flyers. You used to be able to run, you know, Dimir, Blue Stompy, you know. There used to be a lot of stuff. But not anymore, man. The best thing that they make for blue is card draw, and the best thing they make for blue is card draw and the other shit. Card draw and counterspell. Like, there's no reason to run anything else. Boom, boom. There you go. There's just they've made it so that the best move you can play with blue is to make sure the other opponent doesn't play. It's the God's honest truth. Boom. 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 Enter the refrain. Oh yeah, it is. It is very annoying. What does it do there, Kami? That's the real question. What does it do? That's going to be a win right there. Boom. Yep. I'd love to go first one of these days. Lots of small creatures with Cosmogrand. I already did that one basically, didn't I? I did the double spell Cosmogrand experience, and it was really good. I liked it. Fuel Tank Feaster. Guess where you're going, Fuel Tank Feaster. Bango. Fenrir. Okay, I'm gonna do you. Boom. Yeah, Cosmogrand's a really good card. It basically, if you cast your second spell, you get ooh, Mightform Harvester. Not bad. Not bad at all. We do need a little bit of removal here. Elegy Acolyte. Boom. Going for both. I don't think he can resist killing one. Boom, boom. Excellent. Draw a card and create a fucking robot. Fountain Cleric. Tunetank Feaster. Not bad at all. I know, he couldn't resist, man. He couldn't resist blocking a little bit there. Couldn't help it. He had to do it. Ooh, the Great Worm. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's do Cantor of the Refrain. Do I want to push him though? We'll push one. Fuck it. You know what? Let's push heavier here. Let's see what happens. There you go. Did it again. Perfect. Sometimes you got to attack because you never know what they're gonna let through. They'll let stuff through, and then you're in business. You know what I mean? Villainous Wrath. People are sleeping on Villainous Wrath, honestly. People are sleeping on it. Okay, let's do it. Thank you, Isa Forever. I'm glad you like my stream. I like my stream too. Let's see if he does something silly here. Okay. Gonna pop. Let's do this. Fantastic. Hit him with Song of Point Prime. Enduring Innocence, not bad. Pop, pop. Swamp. Pull another one. Carlo! Holy shit, look at this guy coming in. You could even say that we're hanging out with the Cifrevretto. One might even be tempted to say such a thing. Doot, 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 doot. Welcome to the show, Cifrevretto and friends. Always good to have you. Somebody just, and I'm struggling to remember what now. Somebody just told me something funny, or not funny, but they were like, I was just watching Carlo's stream because I was complaining about something, and they were like, he just said the exact same thing. Carlo just said the exact same thing on his stream. And I can't for the life of me remember what that was. But you ran into an issue that I was having, and I wish I could remember now. Because someone was like, yeah, Carlo just ran into that exact same problem, or was saying something about the exact same thing. I think it was something about standard, how I don't remember. And I was like, damn it, the man's on the money. And I cannot for the life of me remember what the hell it was. And I can't, and I said, I gotta bring that up again because it was relevant. And I forgot. I forgore. I'm sorry, I forgore. I don't need any more mana right here. He didn't really like that. He didn't like that at all. Okay, so we're gonna put that down. Boom. We're going twice. Boom, boom. We're gonna do this. Wow, look, wonderful mana. Great, I'm so happy we flooded. Yeah, it was something about SCG Con. Yeah, it was in that vein. You know, it was in the vein of what is going on with Standard right now. That Standard is kind of a mess right now, I think. I heard that there's some low enrollment at SCG Con. Is that true? I don't follow competitive or conventions. I know you go to cons quite a bit. What's going on there? Is that a legitimate problem right now? Hey, thank you for following Blue Robot. Welcome to the show. I watch your YouTube channel, Blue Robot. I know, they're being very silly. They're being very silly about it. I don't need a mana right here. This is the problem. Elegy Acolyte will work. Let's push. Let's push. Void Robot. Yeah, they move the thing up. They move Vivi up. But I got people telling me, "Oh, Vivi's not a problem anymore. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, there's all kind of things. It doesn't matter about Vivi. Oh, let's hope we have a 5% chance of winning this game if we draw Villainous Wrath. Let's see if we can pull Villainous Wrath right now. Could be a top deck hero right here. No, another Elegy Acolyte. Villainous Wrath would have won us the game because he would have lost 70 points of damage. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. It's not competitive anymore. It's not really a thing. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I heard a lot of stuff about... I don't know. You have turn 4 standard, and that is the problem. I know I'm not a competitive player, you know, but you have turn 4 standard, which is just really chaffing people the wrong way. You either need to have your win con out or activated by turn 4, otherwise the game is pretty much cooked. You're done. You can't really go beyond. That's the limit. If you can get your Kona out on turn 3 and get an Omniscience down or something like that, you know, you're good to go. We're at such an inflection point when it comes to you know, the speed of the game and the difficulty to come back from a lot of these wins and a lot of these beatings. It's very hard, man. It doesn't really make for super compelling stuff, you know. Strat bet. This guy hates graveyard stuff. This is a man who has been he has been reanimated way too many times. I think that Omniscience and Vivi gotta go. Enduring Curiosity is a maybe. I don't think Screaming Mimi is that bad. Frankly, if you ban Screaming Mimi, it's the Apex Predator keeping life gain decks. It's keeping life gain decks you know, down right now is the only thing that I can say about that. It's the only thing doing that. So I don't know if we can get rid of Screaming Mimi without being in a total life gain meta. That's my concern. That's my genuine concern there. Yeah, but I mean, outside of the competitive field, just think about Arena. Life Gain is one of the top decks on Arena right now, and if you ban Screaming Mimi, that's really the only counterplay you have to that aside from the turn 4 cat. And again, it's a turn 4 thing. I don't have a problem with Kato. Vivi's got to go. Frankly, I'd rather have Cauldron, Vivi, and Omniscience. If we're talking about stuff that's got to go, I'd choose those. I'd pick those. Now, that's just me, though. Exile a card. We'll exile that one. Boom. So we're going to do this. Boom. Push in. But yeah, I think we are in a weird spot right now. There's a good argument. Is Cravo and or Superior Spider-Man gonna have to die too? I don't know. It's gonna be the question. But you know what, Carlo? I'm gonna tell you this, man. You're not the first person to bring that up. You're not. There's been a lot of people have said, "Hey, I think we're back at fire." Somebody just the other night was like, "Hey, I think we're back at fire, guys. I think we looped all the way back around to fire again." Yeah, Cravo was his name. Oh man, again, Kona, Cravo, Vivi, you have all of these turn 4. You have all of these turn 4 options for yourself here. You have so many different ways to get just absolutely ripped. You know, and so it's very tricky for it's very tricky for people to get around that. It makes building a deck extremely hard because, again, the idea is that the top decks are gonna kill you almost guaranteed by the time you get to that point. And if you've got to do something before that, otherwise you're cooked. Kato will probably only get worse. Yes, this is true. Void Color Devotee. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you only had one more, man. You kind of wasted that one. Let's do this. Boom. Let's do this. There's a bit of a morale, Carlo. I don't know about you. There's a bit of a morale issue right now with Magic. I don't know what else to say. There's people just they're feeling odd about it, man. You know. Hey, what's up, Empathors? Yeah, but the combination plays that you can do with it are the issue. It's not a matter that it can bring it back, is that it can duplicate an insane... You can turn 4 win the game. With now they have the deck that has the dragon in it. You can just turn 4, resurrect the dragon and all the other stuff, and pretty much wipe the floor with everyone. How you doing, Empathors? Yes, that is the problem. That is the problem. There, you know, I had a lot of people. I put it out to the Discord for the podcast. A lot of people were like, yeah, you know, we have. It's so hard to design. Like, there's an issue of designing for. There's an issue of designing for. You have to design for limited. You have to design for standard. You have to design for. What's it called? You have to design for. Commander, EDH. So it's like, man, it's a damn near impossible task, you know. Occasionally that is just not going to work. Things aren't going to work right. It's you know, so it's an interesting. Are we going to get Commander Horizons? I have no idea, the Bowie. Couldn't tell you whether or not I'm going to get they're going to get Commander Horizons. That's a good question though. Hey, look at that. Unfortunately, we don't actually allow you to have cards over here, man. Yeah, that's gonna be the way that goes. We're gonna warp you in, then bring you back. Boom. Warp. Let's push. Boom, boom, boom. Flesh Borrower. They put out bad unpopular set and blame the content creators. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're gonna need some removal here. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bit of an issue. Void Caller Devotee. Okay, so we would do 5, 6. Let's push this. I think we might be dead anyways. I think we probably are dead no matter what here. I think we got a little stymied on mana. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it all shakes out, man. I love Magic. I don't think I'll ever stop playing, I love this game too much. Universes Beyond coming up. There's a lot of shit happening, man. It's gonna be wild. Alright, yeah, he's gonna kill me here. That's gonna be boom. Oh, that one. Okay, well, that's all of these are gonna go out. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Threes. I think I'm dead no matter what, like I said. Yeah. Yeah, we ran out of mana there. We didn't have any mana. Yeah, I'll tell you, my views are down. I can only speak for myself. My views are in the toilet compared to what they normally were. Compared to Final Fantasy and and Horizons, Edge of Eternities, toilet. Maybe now that could just be because I'm a shitty content creator. It could also be that. It could be because I'm bad at Magic and a shitty content creator. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. All I know is that they're in the toilet compared to where they used to do. Even stream numbers are down. So hard to say what the problem is. I think it had a lot of things working against it. I think there was a lot of things working against Spider-Man, being a very spider-focused set, being a very the Omenpaths thing going on. There's good cards in there. There's a lot of stuff that I like. There's a lot of stuff that I like in it. I don't want to give the impression that it's all bad. There's just it's small. That's a big one. The size, the fact that we have so many different legendaries is also a big problem. Because you get a set that's like primarily legendaries. Well, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's odd. You can't really stack a lot of the things that you want to stack on it. Boom. Thank you, Isa Forever. I appreciate you saying that. Boom. Let's trajectory you. You get to die immediately. Yeah. Let's put out Caesarean Sussborn. And let's drive it. Let's drive it like we stole it. Combo Drain Outlaws deck. Nice. Well, I'm expecting Avatar. I think Avatar is going to do good. I don't think that Avatar is going to do bad. I think that Avatar is going to be Avatar makes sense within the world of Magic. Is relatively popular. There's more variety with the deck. I think that'll do fine. But I do think that you may have a problem. I think Lorwyn's going to be probably the biggest set of the year, and it's crazy that we're going to get it in January. I think Lorwyn is going to be absolutely bonkers. Cuckoo Banana Pants. Another Shelter. Very nice. Good stuff. It's crazy that we're getting that in January, and that's like the anticipated deck. So it's hard to... But yeah, I don't know about superheroes, TMNT, I don't know. You know, there's a big question mark as to how they're going to perform and what's going to go on with them. It's going to be a real big question mark. Listen, I have a vested interest in Magic being successful. I want Magic to be successful. I want every set to be a banger that's hugely popular. Okay? That's my position. I want every set to be the next most popular set that everyone is freaking out about. All right? That is my hope and desire. I don't want... I hope I don't come off as cynical that I want flop sets or that I hate Universes Beyond. I really don't. I do enjoy them. So yeah, I don't want to come off that way. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I never got to do something with Sarah Farron, but I might do something with her down the road. We still have 3 weeks left till the new set, so to the new thingy. So you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Listen, we're eventually going to run out of IPs to do for Universes Beyond. I'm hoping that we're getting a Skyrim. I'm hoping we're getting a Skyrim one, and I'm hoping that we're getting a... I hope we get a Skyrim one. I hope we get a Dark Souls or Elden Ring one. Those are my biggest wishes. I think we do those. I think we're in like Flynn, really. I do. It is pretty fun, man. Yeah. I go first. All right, we'll try it. Hey, what's up, Sephiroth? Let me shout you out in a second here, my guy. Let me shout you out in a second, because I promised I would from yesterday, didn't I? Boom. I already know what he's going to be running. Boom. Boom. Yeah, Fountain Port Charmer. Okay. Luckily, Elegy. Villainous Wrath. I think if he runs the big thing that they like to run, I think he'll do that. Boom. Boom. Sing a song. Put one of them in my hand. I will take Song of Point Prime. Draw. Boom. Pop. There you go. Hobbit, it can be give or take, man. The only reason I'm saying give or take is not because I think it probably... last time they constructed a Lord of the Rings set, they banged it. They got it out of the park. I don't think that it'll be bad, but I generally think the material between Lord of the Rings and Hobbit is vastly different. There is a huge gulf in quality in between these two things. That is my assessment. That is my only main thing that I say is that one of them in my hand. Grab that one. Okay, we'll do end turn. Okay. Ops, consult the star charts. Guy might know he's dead here. Yeah, Elden Ring would be absolutely fucking mental, dude. Elden Ring would be absolutely mental, man. It would be wild. Even Dark Souls, just saying From Software would be wild, you know? I think that just, you know, Dark Souls, From Soft, Elden Ring, all of that would be crazy. I want Doom. I don't know if they'd ever do Doom, but I want Doom to be the card. I want Doom to be the fucking thing we get, man. Especially with the new Doom lore being what it is. I think they're going to reprint it. I think they're going to... The One Ring appears in The Hobbit, man. It may not be the same. I don't know. They might put a bonus sheet or something like that. I think they're definitely going to do it. The ring acts a little differently in The Hobbit. He actually went back and retconned it because originally it was just a magic ring. It was just a magic ring. It wasn't really anything special. He went back and to make it one ring. So it's a bit of an odd situation we have. Let's do this. State Farm. Thank you for following Quad Pockets. Welcome to the show. Boom. Okay. Yeah, well, you have demons, you have beasts, you have dragons. They've added dragons into the game now. There's robots, there's humans, there's spirits, there's, you know, there's angels now in Doom. There's so much lore in Doom that it's really incredible how much stuff there is to kind of pull from. He's gonna kill that. Oof. So that's part of the reason that I'm so interested in getting that out there. Let's do you. There's all the famous weapons, there's locations, there's glory kills, and, you know, I think that the modern Doom, the modern Doom setting is ripe for plucking and expansion, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Seek a non-land card. Okay. Boom. You're gonna go in, pop, pop. You're gonna do this. Keep you up. Boom. Draw. Trigger, trigger. Okay. They already did a My Little Pony. They already did a My Little Pony Secret Lair. I don't know if they will do a full one. Gruel Claw's Heist. Ooh. Exile that card. You may cast it. You may cast that card as long as it remains exiled. He's gonna do that one. He's gonna cast it. Probably gonna cast it. Boom, boom, boom. Swamp. And he's out of there. Very nice. Death. SpongeBob Secret Lair. Yeah, you know, it doesn't bother me that much. At a certain point, it just kind of blurs. It's part of the reason I don't care about cosmetics that much. I like that it's Sephiroth, but I can't. I stop being able to see the forest for the trees at a certain point. You know, I just basically see what's on the card and what it can do. That's all. You know, so I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. The setting does, if it's a vastly strange setting, I think it does irritate me. I'm not going to say that I'm completely immune to the irritation that I do feel occasionally. Especially, my biggest thing is we have to get magical worlds. If you're not going to do a magical world, I think you're making a mistake, in my opinion. So, I think that I want a not just a fantastical world, but a magical one. Meaning that I don't just want something that's a crazy place. I want a little bit more than that. Make it interesting. Make it a unique. I've been to New York. New York is a fine enough city. New York is not as magical as Middle Earth. No. You know, that is kind of the underlying problem. He's gonna kill that. Yeah. Manifest Dread. We'll put you. We'll do that. We'll go in. Let's do this. Timeline crawler. Okay. And turn. You know, that's probably the only thing that I'm super excited for is I think Borg will probably be a fun mechanic. If I'm being honest. Borg does sound like it'll be silly. That does sound pretty funny to run a Borg. This guy, I think, is just running nothing. He's running control. I'm sure he has a kill card. So... we might just scoop if he kills this. Yeah, he's holding up priority, so... yeah. We're gonna give him the old sleeping emote, and then we're gonna quit. Bro, play the game, dude. Try playing the game, man. Yeah, it's not a magical world. Magic is very rare, generally speaking, in, you know, in Marvel. Spider-Man doesn't really interact with it. I know that the Sanctum Sanctorum is in New York, but, you know, I don't know. Your characters in the game should be able to use magic. Hey, how you doing? Drifty Ronin? Spider-Man can't use magic. He uses technology. Nobody in Star Trek uses magic. Nobody really in TMNT uses magic. That's debatable if they use key power or whatever. I know there are people who are going to correct me on that, but nobody does magic or summons things. I'll tell you what, in Final Fantasy, people do magic and summon shit constantly. It is one of the most popular things to do is do magic and summon things. Okay? You know, it's pretty wild. Let's do this. Boom. Boom. My man kept the 1-drop. Yeah, my man kept the 1-drop. Sorry, bro. Broseph Stalin. Bro-tato chip. Star Trek, in my opinion, should have been a... Yes, it should have been a secret layer add-on for... It should have been a secret layer add-on for Edge of Eternities. Hey, we have Star Trek cards. If you want to get alternate versions, you know, you can get alternate versions from this set. And I think that would have been perfectly fine. But I think it's weird that it is its own thing. I think it's odd. Now, that's just my opinion. I'm just some asshole, you know? Caesarian Sussborn will go in. He's holding up priority. Okay, that wasn't really necessary, but sure. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go in for 2. Boom. How much do you want to say he's gonna counterspell? Let's see. Yeah, he's holding priority here. Yeah, the Godzilla cards that, hey, this is the big monster plane. This is the big monster plane, so if you want to run a big monster as Godzilla, here you go. And here's some other cards that are Godzilla themed. I think that would have been, everyone would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand that. That makes, you know, that kind of makes sense. I think the issue comes in with, like I said, with the full set. You have to build and draft and make everything this now, and it's like, well, oh, I don't want to do that. And then it's like, well, you have to, you know. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I don't think anyone would complain if they said, hey, do you like Star Trek? Do you wish that some of these ships could be famous ships of the past? Well, check out this thing. It's going to be real snazzy. I think that nobody would have really cared that much. I just don't see anybody. I don't see anybody caring if that was the case. Pyro Spider, how you doing? Warhammer, man, I wish they do a full Warhammer, bro. I'd wish they did the full thing. Bro, let me tell you, Broseph. Bro-tato chip. I'd love a full Warhammer. What's he gonna jump the gun on here? Stock up. Warhammer absolutely fits. Hopefully we'll get like an Age of Sigmar. That would actually be sick, because that has a lot of cool stuff in it. It has vampires, zombies. You know, do you know how much fun it would be to run a vampire court stack? Like, that would be sick. That's absolutely something that fits thematically. Let's discard Scrivix the Augmenter. Actually, you know, let's get rid of Sephiroth. That's very true. Yeah. You could have made that space station. Hell, you could have made Deep Space. You could have made Deep Space Nine. That fucking big space station. Do you know what I mean? The all color space station, because Deep Space Nine had literally everybody there. You know what I mean? You could have done so much interesting stuff, you know? Corey Steel Cutter. But yeah, there's some good ones that fit. There's some good ones that fit. And again, I think we're bang on when we say that it wasn't. You could have probably have a very successful Star Trek run there, but I think that they weren't going to probably make as much money if they did a full set. So probably would have been better as a universes, but I'm just some asshole, you know. What do I know? What do I know? Oof. 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 Push. This is alchemy. Yeah, or a Borg cube. Yeah, Entropic Cruiser could have been a Borg cube. That's 100%. Yeah. You could have done a lot. You could have done famous planets. One of the Kavu could have been the Gorn. You know, the Gorn monster that fought fucking Kirk. You know, you could have done Captain Sammy as Kirk. I don't know. I feel like we're kind of onto something there, but, you know, I suppose it is, we got what we got, and that's that. That's going to kill him. Ping. There you go. Nah, I don't really fuck with Pioneer too much. I don't fuck with Pioneer that much. Doof. Yeah, Alchemy. This is a pretty cheap Alchemy deck if you ever wanted to get involved. We're also beating people pretty good here with this alchemical deck. The chemicals between us. But we're going to talk about... Hey, what's up, Shadow Ferryman? Tomorrow... Hey, what's up, Irvin? Welcome to the show. Tomorrow, guys, we're going to talk about Universes Beyond. It's going to be the podcast. If you've wanted to hear, let me hype myself up. I want you to turn on the notifications. If you have ever want to hear everyone's hot takes on Universes Beyond, what they do right, what they do wrong, and everything in between, if you want to hear about it, there is an 1.5-hour podcast tomorrow about Universes Beyond. Of what can be done right, what can be done wrong, where do we think it's going, how is Wizards handling it, what effect is it having on Legacy, is it slop, is it not slop, what is it? You are not gonna, this is an extra stuffed podcast of all kind of stuff tomorrow. You're really gonna enjoy it. I'm very happy with how it came out. After we re-recorded it, me and Numbskull were like, this is some good stuff right here, man. I'm glad we talked about this. We felt better about the future. Yeah, they could have done collector's boosters, Death. Yeah, no, we felt good. So I really am going to hype up this podcast and say it's a really good one, man. I'm all in on it. Let's see here if he's going to have the counter spell. Probably does. Probably has that dragon counter spell. The one that... Oh, no, he doesn't. What do we got here? He's going to do something to it. Boom. Yeah, and I heavily encourage debate. We're going to have a live premiere, meaning that me and Numbskull are going to be there. We're going to be in the chat, and I want to hear comments. I want to hear hot takes. I want to hear everything. We want to go for it. We want to see what y'all think for real. So tomorrow is the last word, so to speak, on whatchamacallit, on Universes Beyond. We are going to get into it. Hey, thank you so much, ADHD Donuts. Trigger. The Halo remake, I mean, Halo is getting long in the tooth. I think it is a way of getting a lot of other people into Halo again. It looks good. Master Chief Collection was, you know, not great. I wish that Xbox would do other stuff and make new games. But, you know, Halo's a great game. It's one of the best games ever made. I don't think it's... Tomorrow it's probably 4... It's going to be 4 o'clock. It's going to be 4 o'clock tomorrow. Create a blue otter. So we're going to do... Tragic. We're going to go in. Boom. Up. We also asked the council beforehand. We had a couple of people in Discord, in the Black Council Discord, give us their hot takes, and we had a couple ideas. People had ideas, they had opinions, and I'm looking for hot takes, mans. I want to hear both sides. I want to hear some Universes Beyond Defense too. I don't want it to be always a hate train. I actually don't mind some, but I think they have to do. I think they have to absolutely do it right. I think that's the biggest issue, is that people, they just. I think that people they need to be selective about. We'll get into it. Don't worry. We'll get into it. Should we kill Ral? Let's kill Ral.
This is an unexpected outcome.
I know Halo is an Apple exclusive that Microsoft said, you know what, fuck you, Apple, buy this. We're gonna, how about we take it for ourselves, huh? I think they'll add multiplayer. You can play 4-player co-op in the main campaign, which sounds fun. Gaia's Blessing would actually really be useful in Standard right now, yeah. Or any card that said, whenever this card goes in your graveyard, put it back into your deck. That would just make mill decks. It would really fuck with mill decks. You wouldn't need it all the time, but when it's I call them condom cards. You know, you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, you know? Hey, Lightning, how you doing? When there's lightning, broo-doo-doo-doo. Yes, this is, I think that's pretty much a lot of people's opinions on it, Irvin. I think if we heave close to the original aesthetic and IP, I think most people are not really going to have too much of a problem. Pop. Okay. Do we even have Felden's Cane right now? Pop. Hey, what's up, Studio? Do this. Pop, pop. Thalia. Okay, he's doing that. Pop, pop. Okay. Alright, what's he running? Does Final Fantasy Elixir do that? I didn't know that. Ooh, Gigas the Great Armorer. Gonna do that. Alright. I think this guy's dead. I've got the distinct feeling that this guy is dead. Yep, he is. I gotta start main decking Elixir, man. The problem is it's turn 5. That might not be bad. I gotta start running that shit. I mean, well, you have Right now you have, what's it called? You have High Noon. But yeah, non-creature spells costing a little bit more would slow things down quite a bit. Yeah, that's true. This deck is a 72% on the play, by the way. Ooh, blue. Right, blue out the gate. Okay. Thalia would have been good in Foundations. Yeah, that would have been a good Foundations choice. Into the Flood Maw. And no, he said no. GB Thundal said no thank you. No thanks, bro. Oh man, should we keep the one? Should we keep the 1 mana? No, we can't live that dangerously, guys. All right, we'll do that. Let's do Mechanical there. Let's do this. Bad news for Crystal Barricade. Darksteel Colossus. Now you're talking my net language. Now you're fucking. Now you're thinking with portals. Boom. What are we bringing in? Inspiring Offspring. Do this. Caesarian Sussborn. Boom. Boom. Mutavault. Intimidating Overseer. No sign of the morning coming. You've been left on your own like a rainbow in the dark. Trigger, trigger. Cooked. Cooked. Jack Bum. Jack Bum, are you a corporal? Are you a PFC, a specialist? I know you're not a sergeant because you talked about other sergeants coming by. Are you a PFC? Angels are good. Kami angels are good. They're not bad. Elixir in the root stack would be pretty cool. Yeah, that's true. Ah, PFC. I did catch it. Well, I guess I did list everything under fucking sergeant, so. Listen, man. Alchemy is this is a pleasure. I'm actually enjoying myself and not angry all the time. This has been a pleasure cruise, man. This has really been a pleasure cruise for me. I'll be honest with you. Push him in. Oof. Let's do this. Okay, 2 drop. No, we got nothing. Timeline crawler. Boom. I'd love to get another mana here in a second. Yeah, compared to standard, we had one really bad alchemy experience, and that's it, where somebody ramped to an insane thing. But that's all. There are a few extra bonus cards, and rotation happens, so it's slightly different. Treasure Cruise. Oh yeah, is that Treasure Cruise banned, by the way? I can never remember. Wow, look at that. Boom. Momentum breaker. Wow, this guy's really inventing this guy's really investing in Momentum Breaker. I think he owns stock in Momentum Breaker Industries, LLC. He may actually own some stock in this company here. Otherwise, I don't see any other reason why this would happen. I'm not going to be super silly. Let's leave it. Monolith. Interesting. Okay. Gains 2 life there. That's 10. Let's do this. So if he wipes me, he would have to exile me. If he wipes me, he just dies. Monoist Graveliner. Yeah, Gravliner was not as good. It's a little slower than I want to do. It's a little slower than I want to run out. I think this guy knows that he's cooked. I think he knows he's cocinado. ¿Tú eres cocinado, amigo? Creo que tú eres cocinado. Vienes. There we go. Cooked. Well, we're cleaning up right now, guys. I'm going to show you the win rate right here. It took a little bit to get on it. There you go, Calamitous Tide. Yeah, I've used it before. I used it in the previous death, and I didn't think it was that great. All right, let me show you what we're working with here. There you go. Little rocky start. This is the one that blew us out. They blew us out. We started getting it, but once we got to about here, that's where things took off. Currently at a 70% overall. This is Mythic. So I think if you're running a 75% on the play in Mythic, 70% overall, I think you're fine. I think you're okay, man. I think you're doing good for yourself. That's pretty good. Realistically. Yeah, I like it. It's a fucking good, it's a good, listen, it's a really good deck, guys. It really tightens up my previous one, adds a couple of surprises in that I don't think that people realize that you can add. Decent amount of discard, sacrifice, and yeah, I mean, just good. Card draw, death, gain and drain, aggression, everything you could possibly want. Everything you possibly want. Everyone dies. That's the important thing to remember. Everyone dies. You know. Gander decks, yeah, I my old one was not doing so well. It was in need of a refresh. 24 hours on, a day off. That sounds awful. Phoenix Disco. Nobody liked that deck, by the way. Nobody liked that Hot Thick deck. If you didn't watch it yet, I don't know. People just don't. I don't know. I never know. Boros either is going to do great or Boros is going to do terrible. I never know what the case is going to be. Yeah, my cat is a gigantic sandwich, and he also wants to sleep on me, which he did successfully multiple times today. He actually did pull off falling asleep on me today a couple of times. Everyone uses me as a mattress because I'm a big guy. Boom, 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 boom. Do I do deck reviews? Yeah, man. You send me some deck picks and I do deck ratings. You know, $5-10, I do a deck rating. I'll be like, wow, that's a nice deck you've got there, man. Yeah, good curve to it. Yeah, it's a good deck you made there, man. Nice. Well, you can absolutely, I'm joking right now, but yeah, you can absolutely submit a, deck to the, Dex General or Dex Standard, depending on what it is. Well, I heard people were paying for deck ratings. They pay a lot of people. They'll pay good money for a deck rating. And, you know, they're like, hey, here's what my deck looks like. What do you think? Do you like it? And I'll be like, yeah, man, that's good. That's a good deck. So 2 Gravliners. You know what? My Gravliners, they're slow for me, man. For a 2-drop, I feel like I can fit that 2-drop somewhere else better. They rarely come in super handy. But yeah, go to the Discord, Isa Forever, and I will absolutely take a look at what you're packing. You know, it's coming out wrong again and again and again. Warp. Do. Good point, Chris Cass. Very good point. We could do a better exile. We could do a strategic betrayal there. What else would we want to do? What else do we think for the sideboard, folks? I guess I could throw the Gravliner in there. It's a bit much for me to ask you to spend a rare on a Gravliner. I feel like it's much. I think it's casting cost. I don't think it helps. Long Goodbye is fine, but you could also just do Strategic Betrayal or Nowhere to Run. Oh, it does, Anthony Scott? I've never tried it, so I wasn't sure. Always happy to be proven wrong. One thing that I think is one of the best things that you can learn in life, be happy to be proven wrong. If somebody shows me I'm wrong about something, I love it. I want to learn new things. I don't want to put out wrong information. You can't take it personally. You can't take it personally. Aggressive Symbiosis isn't terrible either. Do. Demon Wall, 'cause baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my demon wall. 'Cause baby, You're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my demon wall. Do. Okay, secluded Starforge, demolition field. We got nowhere to run on the sideboard there. I like how you can add command tower to your deck for no other reason than just to do it. That's good stuff. All right. Yeah, it's one of the great life skills. Enjoy being shown wrong, even if you're passionate about something. I think a lot of people have trouble being told that they're wrong about something, especially when presented with some other truth. Now, if somebody shows you something and it's complete bunk, it's BS, you can go, no, I don't think you're right about that. But something like this, a game, there's no reason to, if Anthony Scott's right, okay, go ahead. We all learned something then. We did all right for ourselves. You know? Well, it's fine. Yeah, you know, have fun. Enjoy yourself. Blast off. It's party time. Can we get 5 more likes to get to 40? That's the real question. It's the only time that I'll ask. Okay, guys? I swear. I promise it's the only time that I'll ask. Do. Who hasn't done it yet? Who hasn't done it yet? All right, what do we need to do here? What do we want to build beyond this? We've got a minute. Well, less than a minute. I don't know. Everyone dies is good. I think we know that already. But where do we go from here is going to be the real question. Where do we go from here? Blue soups. This is Merfolk on here? How many Merfolk? 11. Patchwork Banner, Asinine Antics. Create a cursed roll. The Sunless Shore. The Shoreless Sea. Elemental Fish. Equal number of islands you control in our attacks. Hey, what's up, Chris Cass? Thank you for the bonus like. Hey, what's up, Ponologist? How you doing? Microsizer. Whenever equipped creature attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. That creature can't be blocked. Gyro Blade. What do we do after this, guys? That's the real question. I'll have to think about it. I don't know if we can come to that conclusion right away. Deck standard. What did you give me here? Is that yours, Death? Let me see. Mirror Room discard. Okay. Is that Demir? Wow. Painful Quandary. Preacher of the Schism. Interesting. I kind of like what you're doing here. Interesting. I feel like you've leaned really, really hard into discard without maybe finishing, without kind of coming up with another kind of win con, but it's gonna be a big if. So what a glyph. Artifact. How many artifacts do we have from Omenpaths? Terminus. We could do Murata, Neuron Hacker, and this. We could do Strionic Recorder. Because I'm thinking we do this. If we do Haunt the Network, we could get real silly. We could get silly. We could get pretty silly with that. Okay. Maybe we're onto something here. I don't know. I think we do need to think about it a little bit. We do need to think a wee bit on it. Guys, if you haven't seen today's Boros, please go check it out. It is worth your time. It is 100% worth your time. So go check out that Boros Goros. Top decking in Soros. And I think we'll leave it there. I think we'll head out off on our way right now and take an early night, relax. Who are we gonna go see? Go see Mana Man again. Who do you want to see? You want to see Mana Man, Gobbler, or Trex? I'll leave it up to you guys. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? The Gob? Got one vote for Gob. Yeah, absolutely get ready for that Black Council. By the way, I can't stress it enough. There's an amazing Black Council episode coming out tomorrow. Make sure you're there. Make sure your notifications are on. We'll go see the Gobbler. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Goodbye. And we'll see you in the next one. Adios. Good night.